Hi, I'm Ray.
And I'm Dee.
Yes, I waited on purpose. And we're
Herpetology of the Apocalypse, a Homestuck
commentary.
Okay, every time I know we discussed this when we were setting everything up. Would it be commentary or something else? But every time a Homestuck, and my brain fills in companion because of this Garrison Keillor thing, a Prairie Home Companion. That was on the radio on PBS all the time when I was growing up. So Homestuck Prairie Companion.
I thought you were gonna say about the Alice annotated book or something. Call that a companion. Right. Yeah.
The annotated Alice.
Yes.
It's well. Anyway, let's move on and not go down that. We're gonna try and stay on track.
Not go down that rabbit hole?
Nope.
We'll try our best. I will try and derail.
Okay. I did not read any more of the Problem Sleuth.
I got a little bit, but not next chapter or anything.
So I won't feel bad about that. Maybe next week or you. Well, let's see where we are this time. All right. And I think I got caught up to the same place you were.
Oh, did you? Nice.
I did. So I started at 1979 with the Ecto Cooler.
Mm-hmm. I have scrolled back up to that specific section, yes.
Okay, you did that a while ago, didn't you?
Last time, yeah.
Okay, so do you have anything to say about it? Because I have something awesome to say about that.
Okay. I first wondered what the stain on the wall was, and I was like, I don't know what that is. Okay, got it, whatever. Then I went off to look at the commercial, which is High C Cooler from 1980. High C Ecto Cooler from 1989. Is that going to talk? Is that what you're going to talk about? Okay, go.
Okay, Ecto Cooler. I grew up with that. I drank a lot of it. So I was like, oh no, that's gone now? Duh. It's been years, of course.
I mean, they did make a brief comeback.
And I was looking up recipes online, and they're all like orange juice and tangerine juice with green food coloring. I'm like, that's BS. 100% wrong. So I was like, what would go in there? Because I remember the flavor, but it wasn't that. And then I was like, oh, you know what it is?
Oh.
Lemon lime Gatorade with Sunny Delight and green food coloring. So I put those on the grocery list for the next time we go shopping. So we're going to try that as an experiment. And I'll tell you whether I think it tastes the same. But I ran it past another Gen Xer, and he was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. So we may have a revolutionary new recipe, but we'll get back to you on that.
I look forward to it, question.
No, I really liked it. It was good.
Okay.
That's all I had on that page. So I was just like, Ecto Cooler. Yes.
It was discontinued and then made a brief comeback in 2021 and then died back out by the end of 2021. Mm-hmm. Like October. What?
The fools.
Yeah. Like Halloween, October 2021, and then sometime in December it discontinued. Yeah. Rest in peace.
Lame.
It's now haunting us, specifically in Homestuck.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got next?
My next thing is on the Words in the Sky bit.
Oh, yep. I went to that page next. But I have a ton of stuff on there. So do you want me to start or not start?
I'll do mine first because I don't think I have as much as yours because I was like, I'm sure Mom will have bunches to say on this.
Correct.
So there's the animated pilot, the 2025 animated pilot, in case this is seen far, far in the future, of Homestuck. And it uses the this specific screen of like having the words in the sky. Wow, so pretty or whatever. But this is happening on this specific page in 1982. And the music that's playing in the background, music, which is wind and wind chimes, mm-hmm. is by Clark Powell. I was like, oh yes, this is all very poetic and stuff. And will probably be something that I bring up back later. in the story.
Yeah, don't tell me now, though.
No.
Okay.
Um,
I'm pulling up my things on Discord, of course.
I'm not ready yet. The quotes that Dee will probably be talking about, absences diminish little passions and increases great ones as wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. That's actually by, I forgot to look up his name. Oh.
Okay.
It's by a French author and moralist who he is going to now say the name of.
La Rochefoucauld.
Okay.
Rochefoucauld. Something like that. Rochefoucauld. I have more on him, obviously.
Yes. He wrote Maxims and more memoirs. And you know what? I'm just going to let you talk about it, actually.
Okay. All right. We'll start with him, even though that's not where I want to start. Okay. Rochefoucauld, La Rochefoucauld. He was... The cool part about it is that he lived during the time of the Three Musketeers.
Oh.
So, like, he was born in, I want to say, 1613 and lived till 1680. And the first book of the Three Musketeers, there was a whole series of the things by Alexandre Dumas. He wrote this. He set the thing in 1625 to 1628. So the actual La Rochefoucauld would have only been 12 at the time of the first book. So it wasn't like a clear one-to-one analog, but he was this super, super ethical guy who was trying to deal with the French government, like before the Louis XIV sun god type stuff. And he was around during the events of Richelieu and Marie Antoinette and the affair of the poisons and all kinds of stuff that you see mentioned in the Three Musketeers. Mm-hmm. And he came out of it with everybody going, yeah, that guy, he's like not corrupt. Anyway, he wrote this book of maxims that are like short, pithy quotes that everybody was like, okay, yeah, all right, that I believe that. And that's one of the quotes. And another one was, I thought particularly relevant for here, was, neither the sun nor death can be looked at without winking. Because we have the sun in the sky, and like all the winking about death kind of stuff is cool. All right, so I'm going to start over on that page. The video that plays is a scene of the suburbs, and then it shifts to the Homestuck logo floating in the sky with an 8-pointed sun. And an 8-pointed sun actually comes from a lot of weird stuff. Like the earliest one is actually Sumerian myth.
Okay, got it.
For Ishtar/Inanna, who kind of started out as two goddesses, but kind of got smushed into the same person. And that was the character who basically was like a goddess of sex and war. And went down to, like, just like, what could possibly go wrong? I don't know. Went down to the underworld, run by her sister for a nice little visit, and got killed. Couldn't come back. Everything started to derail in her home territory. Mm-hmm. Other gods were like, please, I know she's in pain, just please bring her back. And like the judges of hell basically said, yeah, okay, but we get somebody else in her place, her husband, mm-hmm. who I wrote the name down.
Wait, I think I know this.
Dumazid. And Dumazid was like, well, actually, I have a sister, so we're going to switch off because on deity terms, we're kind of the same person because we're brother and sister, so that counts, right? Which is how deities work. Mm-hmm. When deities are related, it means something different than a human bloodline. Anyway, so Dumazid and, I'm butchering the names here, Geshtinana switched off, one in the summer, one in the winter, almost like the Persephone Hades myth.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, very cool. Other things on this page. I'm going to this stuff on here because I like it. I like this page a lot. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or, say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one Desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. I was like, somebody didn't like the suburbs at all. Suburbs as the underworld.
It comes back to the Sumerian thing, I guess.
Yeah, sort of. Like, I don't think it doesn't seem like a conscious, deliberate connection, but it's kind of thematically there. I don't know.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the last sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped into its black well, or in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. I was reading this, I'm like, what is the answer? Because it says it's a riddle. It's a riddle about absence. Is it literally about absence? I'm like, what are things that are the thief of joy, maybe? I don't know. So I was turning around, I'm like, death? Death doesn't seem quite right. But anyway, apparently the answer is suburbs. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. A thief of something. But I really like the idea of a riddler that steals mirth. And it almost seems like a god concept. A godlike concept. The demigod of anti-mirth or something.
Suburbs, the god of anti-mirth. Got it.
Right. Walt Whitman, who's so the quote that's in the actual panel says the quote is La Rochefoucauld, but it says it's by Walt Whitman. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is a thing that I think any Gen Xer bringing up Walt Whitman has in mind, and you might actually have heard of. Walt Whitman is the guy who wrote "Oh Captain, My Captain."
I wrote that in my notes.
From Dead Poets Society. It's actually about Abraham Lincoln, mm-hmm. and when Lincoln was assassinated, Whitman wrote a ton of poetry about him and put it in Leaves of Grass. And I'm going to read it now because I can. Oh, Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wreck. The prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting, while follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But oh, heart, 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 oh, the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just am like, oh, yeah. So, like, whenever I talk to people online, I often say, oh, Captain, my Captain, or oh, darling, my darling, or oh, something, my something. It's just not even, I didn't even remember where that came from until we saw the thing again. Mm-hmm.
You've really only heard the oh, Captain, my Captain bit of it, because really that is such a good line for it. You just put it everywhere.
Yeah. One other trivial bit that I should not get too far into. One of the reasons that La Rochefoucauld is still remembered today is that he inspired Nietzsche, the God is Dead guy, to write multiple books full of maxims and aphorisms. So that's a side trivial note that I will not go into, even though I know way too much about Nietzsche. Anyway, moving on. My next one is 1988. What do you got?
I got 1986.
Okay, go for it.
Hey, how much baking do you need to do to fog up a window like that?
How much baking?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. I'm trying to think, like, if you have your fan on, an infinite amount of baking, really.
Let's say there's no fan in this case because they have poor ventilation and they're going to get mold.
Oh. But he's made a ton of cakes. but the cakes have cooled.
Mm-hmm. But this is like a suburban dad who does not know much about the world and things. Yes.
The frosting is stuck to the cakes,
Mm-hmm.
so the cakes have cooled. Because if you're making cake and you try to frost it before, it just kind of goes.
Unless it's fondant, maybe. We were talking about that, no?
Fondant just does, it sticks, it slumps. And then if you're taking the time to put icing, the little curly cues on the top, obviously the cake is cooled because stuff stuck to other stuff and didn't slump. So let us posit that he's got like a big tray of water in the oven and is just running it that way. I know that you're going to try and sneak outside, circle around, look in the window, and try to get your game. I am here to catch you with a prank cake. Yes.
I really like that idea. I originally liked my idea of it baking so much that it like permanently fogged up the window now or something, but I like that idea more.
Okay, we'll go with that. All right.
But that doesn't answer the question of if he was in fact baking that much.
Well, you're only going to get like two pans worth of cake in that oven because it's not a huge oven. Mm-hmm. Like it's only got 4 burner tops, which means it's about that wide. And you could conceivably shove 6 pans of cake in there and then like cut them in half as you went. But then they'd all fall in the middle because it's too humid for them to set.
It doesn't have to be good cakes. It just has to be cakes.
Let's hypothesize 3 batches of cake of 6 cakes each. So 18 cakes ideally.
That's a lot less than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be in the 30s.
When you're talking about outside, it's October, right? It's October? No, it's April. Anyway, it's not really warm outside. That's right, because the grass is green.
Yes, and we were thinking of October because of the ecto-cooler.
Right.
Yeah.
And the tree isn't like covered with leaves. Yeah. So it's early April and not late April. So what looks kind of deciduous, there's not like palm trees or firs. So let's go with it's somewhere around the line of Pittsburgh, like where Bun lives. Mm-hmm. And it's early April, so it's colder outside than it is inside. It's not going to take a lot to steam up the window. You still have to be able to see inside because you can see inside. Mm-hmm. It's just that the window is steamed up. Mm-hmm. So probably less than that, but ideally 3 sets of 6 cake that are shoved in way too tight and are soggy in the middle, and thus steam up the whole house, which would mean we need to track how many cakes are scattered throughout this house and see if it's like 18 cakes in it.
It could be a point to like, John hates these cakes so much at this point too.
His dad's like, getting John's goat, worth it.
I really want to talk about Dad getting John's goat later as well.
Okay.
It's going to be a while, I guess.
Yes. All right.
Thank
How
you.
many cakes? Also, he'd have to shut all of the doors to the kitchen to make sure that the steam didn't escape.
Don't they have a half swingy dually door, like a cowboy door, into the kitchen? Saloon, that's what it is.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember. Probably they do. That would be funny. Anyway, that throws all of our hypotheses out the window. Out of the Solidex. Achoo!
At high speeds. Into John's face.
Okay.
Anyways.
Ready for the next thing?
Yes, 1988. Yours first.
Uh-oh. I don't actually have a ton. So we get to see the dad in like bits and pieces. It's almost like we are only seeing Dad reduced to his elemental traits there. Cake, hat, holding cake. But the beating heart in the background made me go dum, 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 dum. Like there's music. I forget the normal Showtime. There's Showtime in the background, I think, on that one. There's
It's
no.
quite showtime, I think.
Okay. There's a song in the background a bit, but there's also like the sound. Dum, 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 dum.
Oh, wait, no, this is Harlequin by Mark Hadley.
Oh, okay, Harlequin. Okay. Anyway, dum 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 dum, and I was like, that reminds me of one of the bosses in Slay the Spire.
Game get she's currently
Video
obsessed
game.
with.
Yeah, that first Slay the Spire. Current obsession.
There's a second one?
I don't know if it's out yet, but there's going to be one.
Alright.
They've been working on it for a while. I have not yet done. I'm not saying I'm any good at it, but it's an obsession. Okay.
Yes.
That's all I got for that. Do you have any more on that page?
I do.
Oh, excellent.
So, as I said, the song is Harlequin by Mark Hadley. He is the creator of the game Slender the 8 Pages. You do not know what that is?
No.
Okay. So, it's based off of the creepypasta Slender Man.
Okay, that I heard of.
Yes. And you know who that's by?
No.
No, okay. That is by Eric Knudsen, who made it for a Photoshop contest, or made Slenderman for a Photoshop contest on, I think, Something Awful, and it was 2009. But eventually it got released into the wider web of the internet, and creepypasta got mixed in, and Mark Hadley made before that was Marble Hornets, a video series that was based off of creepypasta stuff, I think, that used Slenderman in it as one of the antagonists, kind of thing.
By Mark Hadley?
No.
Or somebody else. Okay.
By another group.
Alright.
Hello, garbage truck.
Thank you for removing garbage. We appreciate you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Alright.
But Mark Hadley, off of that, made Slender the 8 Pages, a game that's you're in a giant set of woods trying to get 8 pages. Meanwhile, Slender Man is trying to murderize you. He does this by standing around, and if you stare at him for too long, the screen will go staticky and loud noises and jump scare and blah blah blah. Kind of like how the Enderman works in Minecraft, but Enderman was made later on. But the reason this is important is because Slender the 8 Pages was one of the earliest YouTuber jump scare supreme things that they obsessed over.
Okay.
Like, it got the start for many YouTubers, or at least was a ramp up for many of them. Like, Markiplier, who's currently making a movie, by the way. Yeah, Iron Lung. It's going to be out 29th of February, I think? Or maybe January. Anyways.
Probably January, because it's not a leap year, so 29th of February means never.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, point being, making a movie soon. But also PewDiePie, who is known for his infamy of being a Nazi, but that was found out later on. Just all kinds of famous YouTubers just started there.
They're like, we have comments about Slender, the 8 Pages.
Not really comments, more going, ah!
Reaction videos?
Yes,
oh.
As they played the game.
Alright.
But mostly known for that. But Mark Hadley is also going to put more stuff into the actual Homestuck stuff for his songs and stuff.
Okay.
Then I found out about Clark Powell being the wind chimes person. He also later made some stuff for Psycholonial's Hussey's his visual novel involving clowns once again and cultists.
Okay.
He also did some production work on Everybody Still Hates Chris, which I don't know much about, and I forgot to look up.
Okay. I vaguely remember the name, but I don't remember what it about it.
Alright, that is my name page on that. Thank you.
Nice. That went in unexpected directions. I am delighted. Thank you. Alright. The next thing I have is 1990 The Strafe deck. Or The Strafe Appears.
Mm-hmm.
you have anything before that?
Yes. Here is Showtime by Malcolm Brown. The one Dee was talking about, and John was playing on the piano earlier, but this time it's not piano version. And a lot of my rest of my stuff is me talking about definition stuff. So if you have good things to talk about that are not definitions or are definitions, go for it.
I have some definitions.
Oh, go for it.
Okay. So the strife thing shows up finally, and there's music and battles, and you get to click things. It was very exciting.
Yes.
Okay. So aggrieve means to cause pain or trouble, and abjure means to renounce under oath, and to renounce something, doing something under oath is to swear. So I think it means resist while swearing. So I think that means John is like, no, at the same time that he's refusing to take the cake.
I mean, she's a 13-year-old. What?
The Guardian rubric, no idea what that is. Coddle's brand, no idea what that is. Dote smite, that sounded like a logical thing, like oh. And I started to look them up, but the stuff that I glanced at was like, wow, that looks spoilery. I'm out. So that's what I got.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that one.
Yes. So, gonna go in on the definitions because that's what I was doing on this.
Okay.
Strife, which means to fight, but usually means in a verbal context rather than the physical fights.
Oh, a verbal. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And I'm looking at Merriam-Webster for this.
Okay.
So. To aggrieve means to give pain or trouble to, or to inflict injury on. Which I was like, yeah, being hit by a hammer, pachoo, pachoo, that he was trying to do, fair enough. The dad repels it with auto pastry, which... To abjure, I have to abstain from or avoid, and not the swearing, sadly. For Guardian rubric, I have no idea what that's about. But Cuddle brand, it's not a real word from what I can tell, but cuddle I have as to treat with extreme or excessive care or kindness, or to cook something, such as eggs, in liquid or slowly and gently just below the boiling point, which vaguely reminds me of both the baking and the steamed windows.
Yep.
And brand is maybe to impress indelibly.
Indelibly.
Thank you. Though it could also be talking about how how being kind is Dad's brand, or like the same way that we were talking about having the smoke pipe is that Dad's brand as well, kind of thing. But in this case, being kind and here, I'm going to shove these pastries on you whether you like it or not is part of his brand.
Yeah.
Not quite sure which it is naming for that. I did not look up Dote Smite because I thought that was going to be pretty obvious. Yeah.
Okay. So coddled eggs, it's a particular dish. It comes across as like really, really jiggly scrambled eggs. Okay. So it's kind of like cottage cheese, but not as thick. Okay. It's still just eggs, sometimes with butter, but it's very like booga 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 booga, almost like a custard.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So like if you make a custard and you screw it up so it's got lumps in it, it's also, that's the same thing as coddled eggs. It's just a desired result versus an undesired result because you want custard to be smooth.
Yes. I've done the messing up custard thing myself.
Okay, so you have coddled custard.
Coddled custard, apparently.
Yeah, and it also means, because it takes a long time and you're just like, it takes forever. It also, like, coddle also means to kind of help somebody along in a very slow fashion. So, like, somebody who's like, oh, I can't do it, it's such a thing. You coddle them, and you're like, oh, just take one bite. You know, you don't even have to take 2 bites. You just need to try it. And you give them 1 bite, and then you're like, okay, let's take another bite. And they're like, no, come on, do it. It's a slow kind of escalation of heat.
The frog inside of the boiling pot.
Yes. And Coddle brand, to me, I'm like, would it be branding as in like, I'm going to brand you? So I'm going to mark you forever by the care that I give you, which is excessive.
We're going to go with that definition.
Kate, be upon ye!
Kate will forever be in your soul, son.
I'll have to look up rubric, but I think it's kind of like a matrix where you have like a bunch of options and an instruction for when to use them, I think. But
kind of like how
rubric.
In John's version he has the absconds and aggrieve kind of thing, yeah?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so, but I'd have to look it up because I'm like, I don't know.
Maybe.
I've never bent my brain that direction. Could be.
Okay.
All right. That's what I got for that.
I have one on 1991, but I'm going to skip that and go to 1992 with the Beagle August when he gets the pie in the face. What do you have before?
I have 1992.
Okay. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Okay. I don't know how the Greeks would say it, but these days the word has many uses, most of which are pronounced aegis. Aegis. When you see an AE, you pronounce it E in modern English.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Like facetious,
mm-hmm.
it actually has an AE in the facetious. So you don't, now it's, people just drop it, but aegis is so famous as a word from classical Greek that you leave the A in there so people aren't just going E-G-I-S. Okay. Do you want me to talk about that, or we?
Go for it, because I'm going to be talking about pie.
Oh, because I'm talking about myths. All right. Okay, so combining stuff into the shield is a really involved joke. Okay, so there's the shield, and then there's a face on it, which is the Picopus. There's a famous shield called the Aegis. It's a specific shield that gets carried by Jason in the Jason and the Argonauts story. It's actually Athena's shield. It's got the head of Medusa on it, and whenever you aim it at somebody, it turns into stone. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's equivocating or equivalencing something, making a connection between a silly shield defended by the face of Gretchen Marks, fake, to this shield that turns people to stone, and going like, laughter is the best defense. Or really a defense that doesn't do very well because obviously his health points drop.
Yeah.
Side note, I wanted to note that the dad's points go up as the sun's drop.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's not just an attack he's doing there. That's a drain mechanic. Mm-hmm. It's a vampiric attack. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, so the actual Aegis goes back to the Gigantomachy that we talked about previously, the fight with the giants and the Greek gods.
Yeah.
Yeah. The base of the shield is actually Athena. One of her jobs during the Gigantomachy was to kill this guy named Asterion, mm-hmm. who was an immoral warrior from the island of Kos. I don't know what that means, but that's what it was. So she killed him, skinned him, and made him into a shield.
Side note, I think that Asterion is the name of one of the Baldur's Gate 3 characters who's a vampire, maybe? It's very close, at least. Which case, well...
It's also, in Greek mythology, the name, not the same guy, mm-hmm. but the same name shows up in multiple formats, like Aster, Asterion, Astardius, and stuff like that, all star-based names, as the name of the Minotaur.
Oh.
So it's not the same, because the Minotaur didn't get killed, skinned, and put on a shield. That would have been a time paradox, mm-hmm. because Jason dealt with I think Jason killed the Minotaur, unless I'm screwing something up. Jason killed the Minotaur, and he already had the shield at that point.
Yeah.
So where did the skin come from? Time travel. But so I think there are two mythological things called Asterion. Mm-hmm. Also, he's in Hades as the Minotaur. He's one of the the mini bosses that you get to fight. He's really fun. I like him a lot. I think that's it. That's what we got. Beagle plus Aegis just cracked me up.
Okay, so the juggling of the who's pranking who thing is called the Prankster's Gambit. It has an official title name for it. Yes.
The Prankster's Gambit, titled by Homestuck or titled
yes,
by
Homestuck.
Okay.
It'll show up again.
You can keep going.
It'll just show up again. I won't say anything else about it.
Yeah.
But it's basically a battle of who's the straight man in any situation. Yes.
Got it.
So, onto the pies. I was looking up who was the first person to get pied in the face.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I was looking it up on Wikipedia, and I was looking at Britain because they're using custard pies. And I was like, custard pies? Isn't that going to be too solid? Because I'm thinking of custard pies being like these solid bricks things, you know, kind of like a quiche, but not really. You bunk into nom nom nom. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I've just eaten badly made custard pies or something. But no, I was looking at British custard pies, and they are not calling the same thing custard pies. It's like the biscuits and cookies thing all over again. Because things that they're calling custard pies are pumpkin pies.
Okay.
Yes. Like meringue type pies versus our solid chunks of custard pies. And I have some pictures here. You look at it first. Theirs versus ours.
You using pictures from the Great British Bakeoff?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I see it. Okay, the top one is what?
The top one is the
Great British Bakeoff
custard pie. The Prue Leaf custard pie, I think. And the bottom one is from Small Town Woman called a old-fashioned silky creamy custard pie.
Okay.
Yes. And I just was completely floored by the difference in custard pies and had to, like, get myself out of that whole rabbit hole of discovering custard pies again, I guess, and back into my original thought of who did the first pieing. Because apparently getting pied in the face is called pieing, with P-I-E-I-N-G kind of thing. It can be illegal in Britain specifically because they like do it onto British people, British politicians they don't like a lot if it's done non-consensually. But if it's done consensually, it's usually done for fundraisers, schools and stuff. The first time it was done, however, was in 1904 in the slapstick Mumming Birds by Fred Carnell, which is a British theater, or it was in a British theater, but it was later done in 1909 in Mr. Flip, a silent film, wherein a guy who flirts too much gets pied in the face by a bakery assistant. But later, in 1915, it was used by Charlie Chaplin in his A Night Show, or A Night in the Show. Mm-hmm. So I'm probably going to get I'm probably going to yoink you for at least the Charlie Chaplin one to watch that with you later.
Charlie Chaplin is awesome. Yes. You should definitely watch that.
Gonna make that.
Gold Rush and the Great Dictator. If you haven't seen The Great Dictator, it's 100% relevant to today's time. It is a masterpiece. It will break your heart and make you laugh. It is so good. It's also so childish at the same time. Pieing also, currently, it's done with whipped cream or a Cool Whip. Yep. And I think the change comes because refrigeration happened. Like, they didn't really have electric refrigeration at first. I would have to stop and look up when it happened, but I want to say it wasn't until after World War II that it was common, because that's when, like, the people coming back from the war went nuts over Jello, and you have to have a refrigerator, not just an ice box with ice in it, to support Jello.
Yeah, and they had all of those weird recipes involving Jello and what can we shove
and whipped cream.
Yeah.
So once you got whipped cream and you got disposable pie pans instead of like the heavy glass pans that normally you make pies in, then it was a straight to the face. I don't remember if it was when you were a kid or when I was a kid, but I have seen a pieing.
Oh.
A pieing for charity. It was at a middle school, and I want to say it was mine, but it might have been yours. We're like, okay, because there was like a line of teachers, and kids had done some fundraising project.
Oh God, maybe it is mine.
And had made enough money to have the pieing, and they all lined up, and like people were in the face. It was truly satisfying. It might have been both, actually, because I'm like, I think I remember it specifically being the principal, and it was a particular guy, and like his wife was one of my music teachers when I was a kid, so I want to say I've seen him get it in the face. But also I seem to remember there was a whole line of people, like 6 or 7 people who got pied in the face approximately at the same time by kids. But that might have been you. Anyway, it is truly an awesome thing, and I see why the British people are so enamored of doing that to politicians they don't like. It's just deeply satisfying.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I had to say on pieing. Thank you for listening. And my next one is 1995. What do you got?
1995. Yep. 1995. I got a good chunk on that.
Ooh. I'll start mine because I don't have less than yours, probably.
Okay.
I use for the word accede, which is to agree to a request or demand. In this case, the cake. Then talking about the quotes, which I'm going to leave to you.
Okay, it's accede, like accede? Accident. ACC, accede.
I am messing up words today. Yes.
Okay.
It's not even English, it's all words today.
There's also abscond, which is to leave hurriedly and secretly. We used abscond often enough between the two of us that we're like, oh no, this is a common word. No, most people wouldn't know what it is. Anyway, Oscar Wilde. Did not, of course, come up with that quote, but he did come up with a quote, I can resist anything but temptation, which is hinted at in the next line. It's from the play Lady Windermere's Fan, which is a farce. So mind you that this sounds stupid, but it's a farce about a woman who thinks her husband is cheating on her with a woman who turns out to be her own mother that she doesn't recognize because adoption and hijinks and whatever. So it's just a nutty thing where they're like, oh, these two characters, swap them. Yes. Nobody knows what the connections are.
A side note, I heard recently a thing about Sherlock Holmes, a story that's kind of like that. Blind girl dating a guy, but the guy is secretly her stepfather who's just trying to like scam her out of her money. Yes, yeah. And
I don't remember which one that is.
Yeah.
I want to say that's no, not that one. The mystery of the speckled band or something like that. I think that's the one. No, I don't want to give the twist away because not everybody reads Sherlock Holmes, but I think that's the mystery of the speckled band.
Okay. I've not read it myself. I just saw it on Tumblr appearing up, and I was like, wait, what? I saw that today! No, wait, it wasn't today. Yesterday? Some point.
Yeah. I could be totally wrong, though. Oscar Wilde, famously gay, wrote Picture of Dorian Gray and The Importance of Being Earnest. Dorian Gray is very serious horror, and Importance of Being Earnest is a farce that, oh my gosh, it's all about mistaken identities and pretending to be someone you're not.
The Bakeoff classes again?
Yeah. And supposedly his famous last words are, my wallpaper and I are fighting a duel to the death. One or the other of us has got to go. Like, the funny thing is, though, he kept saying it. He knew he was dying, so he kept saying it, like, every couple of days, just so, like, in case he died right after that. His last words. And nobody knows if those were his actual last words. He might have, I heard at one point that was his famous last words, except for one word after that, which was, or a few words after that, which were like the F-bomb and something about it hurting too much. And then he died. But anyway.
What if he, like, went on his day, said that line, and then was a little bit later like, oh, this soup is a little too cold. Could you heat it up for me, dear?
Anyway, he wanted that to be remembered as his famous last words, so he kept saying it.
Anyway, you would writing all those farces and stuff.
Another jester of some sort, right? Okay. The actual quote, the victory goes to the one who knows how to yield, is by Lao Tzu, who was the founder of Taoism. It's a pseudonym. They think they know who it is, but they're not entirely sure. That Lao Tzu just means old master. Taoism came up in opposition to something called Confucianism that was all about laws and structure and saying things like, if you're going to get hired as a civil servant, you have to pass X test, which honor your ancestors, and wear a particular type of hat with a special bauble on it. It was all of it. By the time Taoism rose up, it was a lot of corruption going on, obviously. However, Taoism, they're nuts. Like, everybody's like, oh yes, the Tao Te Ching. It's a very wise book with all kinds of stuff that's kind of like pre-Zen Buddhism. Yeah, and it's also about stuff like, let's drink some mercury and it'll make us immortal. And mercury is a heavy metal poison. You can't really recover from it. And it is famously the thing that made Mad Hatters mad in Alice in Wonderland. So,
also, it turned one guy's skin blue.
Ew.
Yeah.
Do I have anything on that? Oh, I just wanted to say, because it's like my favorite series of all time, Bridge of Birds is about that same kind of era. It has lots of stuff about Taoism in it, and Confucianism and Neo-Confucionism in it. And it's by Barry Hughart, and it's high fantasy about a China that never was, and many people have forgotten about it, and that's a shame. It's about Masterly and Number 10 Ox.
Okay. If you write it down, I can put it in the description.
I wrote it down.
Oh, okay.
I could probably write it down again, and then again after that.
Okay. You can put it in the description if you want to.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's it. That's what I had for that page. Like, is this it, or is there something stuck in my face? How embarrassing either way. All right.
My next one is 1998. Yours?
2003. You're up.
Okay. So I was looking at PDAs, or personal digital assistants. I was like, do they really just look like TV remotes or something? Because I've heard about PDAs before, obviously. They appear all the time in, like, office type media, like, The Office. Well, do they appear in The Office? I don't know. Anyway, I did not watch The Office. But I do know that they do appear in Danny Phantom, because one, because I was really into Danny Phantom for a while. Like, not gonna go on that, actually. And it's used by Tucker Foley, one of the three main characters, who really likes technology, and in this case liked old technology, and has a PDA that he modified and uses to figure out where ghosts are and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. But they kind of just, PDAs in general just kind of look like very, kind of like Kindles, except thicker, or e-readers or whatever. But that was just some of them, but some of them just really do look like the TV remote thing. And I was like, okay. Wide variety, as is the way of the olden technology times of the 2000s, where they used to be like, here, let's make the coding, or the case for this into see-through, so you can see the inside of this monitor and be all cool and stuff. And then We got rid of that because of capitalism, which is a shame, as many people on Tumblr would say. What?
I was like, isn't that no, I can't think of the name of it. I was like, PDA. I know what a PDA. It's like an iPad before there were iPads, but I couldn't remember what they looked like. I was like, don't they have the little keyboards underneath? And I forgot what those are called too. But now I can see pictures. Oh my gosh!
You should think of them as things that you just clip onto the side of you and be just specifically for work-related stuff. But really, they were just did all kinds of things, like a smartphone before smartphones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I was super jealous, and I never had one.
Rip.
Yep. What is that called? Anyway, I'll figure it out later.
Oh. Speaking of old technology stuff, I think 3DSs are making a comeback or something. Yeah. Anyway, it just was like, oh yes, that popped in the brain. Yeah.
I think there might be an updated one.
No, these are the old ones specifically, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like the Polaroid of handheld video game.
In which case, I recommend, hey, play Touch Detective. Do it. That's my thing to put inside of the description.
Touch Detective, the episode. Alright.
Okay, my next thing is on, I have silly things that I comment on, and I think it is your turn to say things.
I'm on 2003.
Yes, my next thing is 2000 to say, hey, Betty Crocker. It was on the counter.
Oh, okay. Yep. I think we talked about Betty Crocker, the domestic goddess, last time. Okay. On page 2003, he goes to pick up a second layer of cake to make a double-decker cake, and he squishes everything into one Sylladex card that way. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Mm-hmm. John's a bad programmer, but he's kind of like a bad programmer in the way that the humans are in the Star Trek world. Come here, hold my beer. Like, there's the meme going around about the Klingons going, so why, oh Vulcans, are you with these humans if they're so illogical? And they're like, look, nobody thought to do this. It was stupid and it worked. Anyway, I feel like John is the equivalent of that.
Okay. Side note, I have in my notes, probably Deal have something to say about this.
He indeed did. Yes. He was like just over the moon, just cackling.
I thought it was going to be about the how syntaxes work or something, but I'm just like, yep.
No, I didn't even get that far. I'm just like,
okay.
Oh, I forgot to say that the this was from a previous panel, the one 1995, I think, the exceed panel. When he clicks exceed, and then the panel after that, his dad lobs the cake at him, and it goes into his Sylladex. And I went, does that happen whenever he's attacked and stuff goes into your Sylladex, or was it specifically because he acceded to the cake being tossed at him, so therefore it goes into his Sylladex? I wasn't sure.
I have no idea. I'm going with the second option.
Okay. All right. If you're like, no, every time you get attacked, if you lose, you don't have to pick up the materials lobbed at you during an attack.
Actually, I'm going to say things thrown at you sometimes just do not get picked up.
Okay.
I will not say Fres that.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so I think it was the exceed then.
Okay.
All right. That's what I had there. I had something on 2005. That's it.
The 2004, the picture in the hallway is in fact Terry Anderson, specifically from when he was in Night Court, I think?
It looks like it.
Yeah. Okay. But I found that on that specific image on the Night Court wiki. Yes.
Okay.
I just didn't know if they pulled a random picture of Harry Anderson and slapped it on there or not. My next thing is 2005, involving the Slimer Pogo, and I was like, you can't say that his dad doesn't care and love for him. He bought him exactly what he wanted, or John wanted, and John is adoring that little thing.
Yeah.
The pogo thing. Okay. And that is where I left off. What do you have?
On 2005, I was like, there's a straight razor. You know who else has a straight razor? Sweeney Todd. Now, I'm more familiar with the musical than I am with either the Angela Lansbury movie or the Johnny Depp one.
Mm-hmm.
But in case you don't know what the general premise is, this barber has a straight razor and he gives politicians a very close shave. And instead of pieing them, slits their throat, slides them down a chute, and they land into the downstairs bakery slash literally cafe of Mrs. Lovett. Mrs. Lovett chops up the bodies and turns them into meat pies. All is tidy.
Cannibalism, etc. Pies once again.
If you don't like your politicians, you can always eat them. So maybe the pie in the face is remember that you too can be eaten.
You too could get Sweeney Todded. Alright, got it.
Yeah.
I think it's more so just the satisfaction of getting pied in the face, but sure. I'll go with that.
Who are we to read the minds of British people? I don't know.
Not us.
Not us. All right.
Keep your Finderschmitch. Cumberfoosh. Not by
He's
over
not
there.
a politician. Leave him at it.
Nobody's British. You keep him over there.
Look, all British people are not the same person. There are multiple British people. There are at least 6.
And I can butcher all of their names. Like, there's the one who's got the frog mouth, who was, tomfoolery. That's all the British people can remember right now.
Is he British?
Tom Holland? I think so, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, no! Well, I'm sorry, Tom Holland, if you're not British. I butchered your name.
I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, I'll be contrary enough to say anything.
Right, we'll add it to the description. Oh, you're looking it up. All right. Other British people.
Oh, he's English. Oh, you win this one. I exceed.
Do you have any other British people you want me to make fun of their names, or do you want to make fun of their names yourself?
I'm good.
For shame. I can't think of any others myself, so I think we're done here. Thanks for joining us.
Our work is done. Bye.